Hello, this is Space Cadet Rewind, and today I'm doing something a little different. In honor of Father's Day, I am playing the ultimate dad game, DCS World, or Digital Combat Simulator. This music is kind of loud, but that's alright. No pedals, so there's this. I've got like a flight stick and rudder, or well, not rudder, a throttle, and there's like a sort of rudder, I don't know, thing on the throttle. So I'm just using that to control the rudder. So we're just gonna go to training, because obviously we got to train up. And I say, what again? This is not a train simulator. I mean, I guess there's different kinds of dad games. It's true, but I feel like, hardcore military simulator, that's right up the dad alley. And there is training, and yeah, we got to get ourselves trained up. So let's do that. All right, come on. You can do it. I hope it's loading. I hope it didn't just like freeze. Maybe it's just taking a really long time to spawn objects. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, when you said key bindings, I've only set up, well, so I did do some preparation for this, assuming this is ever going to load. I've downloaded like configs for all of the planes that I have. This is the F-14. So I found a community config and I like printed out a thing. I'm a little worried this is not going to load. Oh, it's normal. It's loading a country. Okay. Usually, I don't know. It's good practice to have the game like flash or animate something to let you know that it's alive. Because when there was like I did like at least load this up in instant action, and that loaded a lot quicker than this. Yeah, which one? I think this is like the Caucasia map, so like somewhere, where is that? Somewhere around Russia, I think. This is on an SSD. Oh, okay, now it says making first step, so it is actually loading. It is not frozen. It's the Black Sea. Yeah, near Ukraine and Russia. Okay, briefing. F-14 indoctrination. They're gonna make us F-14 pilled. Wow, that's loud. Where I fly. So like...
Good morning, pilot.
Okay, there we go.
I'd like to welcome you to this first lesson in your F-14 familiarization package. In this lesson, we will go through the checklist to start up the the F-14 from the perspective of the pilot. The prerequisite
Don't worry, they're going to tell me how to turn it on.
indicators of the pilot cockpit, which you should have gained from studying the aircraft manual.
What? Okay, never mind. Okay, I didn't know I was supposed to read the manual from cover to cover first.
And as it also lacks an APU, we have to order the plane captain to connect to the starter air. We also have to order him to hook up the ground power. Do this via the radio menu under category Ground Crew. Please do this now and then press spacebar to continue.
Okay. So, ground crew, F8. Ground electric power, F1.
Chief, turn on the ground power.
Uh-oh.
Copy. Ground power is now on.
There was something else, wasn't there? F1. Engage. Okay. No. Previous menu. F8. Ground air supply.
Chief, connect ground air supply.
This is the F-14B.
Ground air supply is now connected.
Okay, so I think I did it.
Switch on the oxygen to your mask.
Okay, how do I do that? Switch on the oxygen to my mask. Is there a button for that? Press space star. Look down with track IR. You know what? I forgot about track IR. Ugh. I can plug that in now. Hold on a sec. Oh God. All right. I'm gonna need track IR. All right. Well, maybe it doesn't work. Yeah, I might need to restart the game here. Because it did not seem to like pick up track IR when I plugged it in the way that Elite was able to. All right. So I'm assuming it's not going to take as long to load the second time because, you know, shaders will be compiled and all that. The game will highlight the switch I need to press. All right. Okay. Seems there's a story that goes with the F-14. Yeah. It's called Top Gun. And it's pretty cool. All right, spawn objects. So yeah, I mean, this is it's gonna be a struggle, not gonna lie, but I'm gonna try to get this F-14 up in the air. Hmm. Wow, the F-14 is that old? Oh yeah, look at that. Way faster loading. Okay, yep. That's a track IR. It's working. Iceman can fly with me.
Good morning, pilot. I'd like to welcome you to this first lesson in your F-14 familiarization package. In this lesson, we will go through the checklist to start up the F-14 from the perspective of the pilot. A prerequisite of this lesson is familiarity with the controls and indicators of the pilot cockpit, which you should have gained from studying the aircraft manuals.
Oh, wow, look at all those controls.
Now, the F-14 has a pneumatic engine startup system, and as it also lacks an APU, we have to order the plane captain to connect to the starter air. We also have to order him to hook up the ground power. Do this via the radio menu under category Ground Crew. Please do this now and then press spacebar to continue.
Chief, connect ground air supply. Copy. Ground air supply
Now,
is now
switch
connected.
on the oxygen to your mask.
Alright.
The next step is to verify that the wings are in oversweep. Check the wings visually and verify that the emergency wing sweep handle is in the oversweep position, which is the farthest back position. The over flag should also be visible on the wing sweep indicator.
Farthest back would be like towards me, right? So it should be back here. I'm assuming. This one is the B. Is that actually like controlling the wings? Doesn't look like they're moving. The new engine started exploding in midair in its first flights. Damn. Okay.
Now it's time to verify ICS functionality for communication with Rio and ground crew. To allow communication with the ground crew with the canopy closed later on, set ICS to hot mic. Ask Jester to initiate the non-assisted startup using the Jester communication wheel. The first step on his list will be to check communication. Respond that you can hear him using the Jester communication wheel. Also check that the landing gear position indicator indicates all down and that the transition light is off. Jester will now also start to initiate systems in the back cockpit and will eventually tell you to arm your ejection seat. Do not respond to that yet.
Alright, ask Jester to
Spacebar when done.
non-assisted startup. Control +3. The wrong control.
Will go.
Alright, there we go. It has to be left control +3.
ICS comm check. Can you hear me?
A and then control 4.
Okay. Arm the ejection seat.
I'm not supposed to do that yet, right?
Check warning lights by pulling up the master test switch. Move it to the LTS position and then push it in. The master test switch is pulled up with a right click, moved clockwise with a left click, and then pushed in again with another right click. Verify that all warning, caution, and advisory lights illuminate. Coordinate with Rio to check his lights. Use this
Master
function
test
to also
switch.
set the brightness of the ACM panel and the indexer lights. These controls are located on the master light panel. Press spacebar when ready.
I don't know which is which. Master arm. Alright. Verify that all warning, caution, and advisory lights illuminate. Assume that's all D? I don't know. And now, is there like a message log I could look? Yeah, messages history. Okay. Coordinate with Rio to check his lights. Use this function to also set the brightness of the ACM panel and the indexer light. These controls are located on the master light panel. Where's the master light panel? Also, what happened to my sound? Here we go. How do I coordinate with Rio? I don't know how to do that. If I hover the mouse, which campaign am I doing for the F-14B? What is this training? ICS function selector. It's not telling me what this is. Master caution reset. Alright, well, I don't know. Just gonna press
Now lift the
spacebar.
master test switch and move it to the fire detection and extinguishing position and press in. Check that the left and right fire lights below the ACM illuminate, and that the go light on the master test panel also illuminates. Press spacebar when ready.
This would definitely be a lot easier in VR. Oh god. Huh. Like the track IR is like losing track of me, which is weird. You should be able to see me from here. Like I can't really see what the position of that switch is. Why can't it see me from this position? That's so weird. I need to like back up. Huh. Oh god. Yeah, I have no idea what the position of that switch is because I have no way to see what the hell it, what it is. Or, you know, go to the top left and press recenter. Okay. Okay, well, I was happy with that. What is this thing? ICS function selector. Below the ACM illuminates that the go light on the master test panel also illuminates. The go light is not going, I don't think. It says ACM there. I don't see a go light. That's right, Shift P. Okay, well, I pressed it. Oh, gets rid of, like, my guy. Pilot body. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay, I think I must have gotten out of sync with the guy because that light is not lighting up. Is it the master test switch? Oh god. Somewhere down there is the master test switch. I don't even know which one. It's so tiny. I asked the desk crew to hook up power and air. I did. Huh. So what is the plan? Good question. If we find to press space. Alright.
Finally, lift and switch the master test switch to the instrument position and push it down to check the flight instruments. Verify that RPM reads 96%, EGT reads 960 degrees Celsius, fuel flow reads 10,500 pounds per hour, AOA indicates 18 plus or minus 5, wing sweep indicates 45 degrees plus or minus 2.5 degrees, fuel quantity reads 2,000 plus or minus 200 pounds, oxygen quantity reads 2 liters, left and right fuel flow light illuminates. Jester should now also confirm that his indicator displays the same fuel quantity. The left and right stall warning lights will also flash during this test. Press spacebar when ready.
Alright, I'm just gonna assume that all of those are the what he said they are.
Set the master test switch to off. Arm the ejection seat using left shift plus E. Jester should have already told you to do so, and he will continue his startup now. Once you've armed the seat, Jester will close the canopy and warn you about it. Recommend you tuck those fingers under your pits. Press the spacebar to continue.
I can't tell which position is off. I'm just gonna, well. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna rotate that and until it stops complaining. Alright, arm the ejection seat using left shift plus E.
Closing canopy. Check.
There it goes.
Okay, ready to start.
I should play some old space or flight sims.
Now, check and set the following on the ACM panel. Gun rate to desired, Sidewinder cool to off, missile prep to off, missile mode to norm. Also verify that the station loading windows correspond to loaded armaments. Press spacebar when ready.
Missile mode to normal versus burst it. Okay. Verify the station loading windows corresponded to loaded armaments. Where are the station loading windows? You know what? Forget it. Let's just go.
Verify that the emergency stores jettison push button light is out, and that the ladder light is also out. Press spacebar when ready. Wait for Jester to confirm he's ready to start the engines if he has not already done so. Confirm that the air source switch is set to off. Also, set the hydraulic transfer pump switch to off. Press spacebar to continue.
Air source off. Hydraulic transfer switch. Or transfer pump. Switch cover. The guard must be up. I gotta look up and to the left. Alright, I assume that's off.
Now, move the emergency flight hydraulic switch to low. Check that the on flag is visible in the emergency flight low hydraulic pressure window. Also verify control over horizontal and rudder control surfaces on the surface position indicator. Press spacebar when done.
I think that's supposed to be like that. There is a zoom key. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It's off. Do I want it to be off or on? Like that the on flag. Yeah, I want it to be on. It still says off. That's doing something. On. Okay. Buzz the tower.
Next, move the emergency flight hydraulic switch to high. Check that the on flag is present in the emergency flight high hydraulic pressure window. Re-verify control over the control surfaces on the surface position indicator.
Oh my god, you really gotta do all of this every time you go into the air in one of these? No. Alright, re-verify. Suction rate should be higher than in low. Alright. I think we're good there.
Move the emergency flight hydraulic switch to auto, low. Check that the off flag is present in both emergency flight low and high windows. Close the emergency flight hydraulics guard.
Alright, so I want it all off, right? So
It is now time to start the engines. The engine crank switch is automatically held in position when moved to the left or right engine position. It will disengage automatically at 50% engine RPM. When the engine RPM reaches 20%, check for oil and hydraulic pressure and that the start valve caution light illuminates. When at 20%, move the selected engine throttle to idle to actuate the ignition system and fuel flow. Engine light off should occur within 5 to 15 seconds. EGT temperature should peak around 40 to 50% and not exceed 890 degrees Celsius, which would constitute a hot start. If the engine crank switch doesn't return to center after 50% RPM, set it to off manually before 60% RPM. If the start valve caution light stays on, tell the plane captain to disconnect the starter air. Now, right-click to switch the engine crank switch to right for right engine, and when at 20%, move the right throttle to idle.
Engine crank switch is automatically held in position when moved to the left or right engine position. It will disengage automatically. I think this might take the whole stream. Well, yeah, well, that's why I'm not even pretending I'm going to play Elite today. Okay, it sounds like something's happening. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like in real life, do they have to go through this whole process every time? I mean, I guess they do, right? Okay, so what the hell did he say? The engine crank switch is automatically held in position when moved to the left or right engine position. It will disengage automatically at 50% engine RPM. When the engine RPM reaches 20%, yeah, I noticed he didn't actually give me any instructions. Check for oil and hydraulic pressure, and that the start valve caution light illuminates. I don't know where that is. Yeah. Oh god. Alright, well, I was going to hit space and see if he tells me, nope, he wants me to do something else. The engines are like, they're going, you can hear them.
Verify that the right generator and right fuel pressure caution lights turn off at 59% RPM and before idle RPM, respectively. The engine instrument
we're going.
RPM 62%.
The sync rate is too high. Yeah.
Fuel flow,
I guess one of those levers was like the parking brake. Right engine is on, or is not on, only left. Also notice my rudder did not seem to work because I was trying to turn to the left there. It was not letting me. Alright. Well. It's a submarine game. No, it's a plane game. Although there's like helicopters. Yep. Goose is dead. You know, canopy got jammed. It's unfortunate, but oh, my victories. Alright, well, do we want to try that again? Yeah, we do free flight and start in the air. Yeah. He was in an area of hazard. All right. Sightseeing in the Black Sea. Best seat in the house. All right. Okay. It seems to have frozen. Recenter track IR. Oh, it. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna wait for it to respond. Are we doing campaign? I mean, I guess there are ways to like turn off the realistic settings, or, you know, realistic flight model and all that. We may need to do that. If we do, press M to open the manual. Okay. I don't know if it's going to come back. So we're going to stand by. Standing by. Check standby light. First we crashed in the game, then the game crashed. Huh. I do kind of want to see that manual now. Okay, let's try that again. Free flight in the F-14. Huh. Okay, spawning off. Yeah, I see we've got the Top Gun quotes covered. Listen, I don't have time to think up there. If you think, you're dead. Making first step. Yeah, I can only do so much with the Top Gun quotes because I've only seen it once. Alright, here we go. So one thing I was wondering, like, I'm trying to use the rudder to turn, and it is like, it's making me roll. Negative, Ghost Rider pattern is full. And I like arm missiles, arm guns, and start shooting up the place. Rudder on the F-14 slightly rolls. Huh, okay. It's not really turning me very well. You can see it sort of start to turn, but then it stops, and then it starts rolling. Not a very good rudder, I gotta say. What's my flight sim experience? I have played a bunch of console flight sims recently. So the most realistic ones I've played would have been the Energy Air Force series and the Aero Wings series. But none of that has prepared me for this. Yeah, I did play a lot of Ace Combat. Every Ace Combat except for the very first one on arcade. I did play Air Combat 22 though. Let's get a nice close look at the ground. Let's buzz the tower. DCS is for actual pilots. I could see that. Note that the airframe has G limits. Yeah, I mean, I've played a bunch of games like, well, the Aerowing series is the one with the most hardcore, like, G-force simulation in that, like, you could actually lose consciousness in that game. In most games, it seems like they just sort of, like, put a black or red filter over the screen. And it's like, okay, you can't see for a second. That's G-lock, I guess. But you don't actually lose control. Let's pull some G's. There we go. Screen starting to darken. Actually still doing okay. Kind of like limited in how much I could actually turn here, so saving me from myself. Another benign stall. That red switch on the dash is the master arm. Wait, this thing? ACM jettison. Come on. Other one on the right, yeah, got it. Don't have the energy to hit my G limit. What's my throttle at? And the joystick is a weapon selector switch. All right, let me. Weapons release. Gun trigger. See, I'm like pressing that button there. Nothing's doing. Master arm on. Well, there we go.
We've got some heavy damage. Yo, save yourself.
Save yourself. There we go. Now those are some G's. Okay. So let's see if we can turn enough things off so that I can actually like play the game. Turn off wake turbulence. I guess there's just simplified flight model. broke the wings. F3 will let you see third person. F1 will put you back in cockpit. DFX simulation. Well, no force from mission, use mine. I guess that's force feedback. Alright, simulation for game. I guess I'll keep it on game. And let's see if we can do a mission. Georgian territory situation. Red 4 invaders have crossed the Georgian borders in an attempt to annex the ex-Soviet state. An unknown bandit group has been detected to the north. Carrier Air Wing Fighter Group are to scramble and intercept, identify and monitor the bandit group. Should we detect hostile action, we may engage. Until then, hold fire. Alright. I'm Uzi Flight. This will be rough. Huh. Okay, I assume this is just gonna like send me up, right? Where's my parking brake? Oh, free flight. All right, let's do that then. Yeah, free flight. Figure out weapons. Yeah, progress will be lost. Oh no. Okay, free flight. Yeah, let's figure out how to shoot our guns. Press M for manual. That is not giving me the manual. Only there was like a search. How's the third person view? Could you like actually fly that way? No. Okay. That's what it is today. Top left. Press M should take me to it. Oh, is it like when you're not in the actual, when you're not flying? Should probably started with Ace Combat. I mean, I can play an Ace Combat. Alright, M is not doing anything right now. Controls. Where is manual? A lot of controls here. UI layer. Yep. Highway to the danger zone. ECM. I wonder if my controls got like reset or something. Hold on a sec. We need to perform surgery here. Okay. Need to have a sheet of paper saying the basics. Well, I do have like a sheet of paper with like the controls here. Full view. Oh, well, that makes things a little easier. But I thought of playing MechWarrior 5. I did try playing MechWarrior 5 briefly when I had Game Pass. It was okay, I guess. Wait, no, I don't want training. I want instant action, free flight. All right. What are you doing, Track IR? Track IR, please. Oh, I think I know what you're doing. I need to close my blinds. There's probably infrared light coming from the sun. Options, adjust controls. F-14 Tomcat. Or also the F-14 Pilot. Because you could be a pilot or a co-pilot. Search for terms like browser, systems, other, general. Show controls indicator. If you press 2, you can put in the Rio seat. Assist? No. Type at the top left. Oh, there is a search. Okay. UHF mode manual. I don't think that's what I want. Help. No. No. I don't see a manual. That's weird. I have like lost control. I can't. Not even the track IR works. Oh, I can adjust the mirrors though. That's pretty funny. Hmm. Yeah, I've lost control for some reason, so let's quit and start that up again. Let's play again. Oh, yeah, there we go. I have control back. All right. On. Well, master arm is on. Why can't I shoot? Just controls. They're like a weapons emergency jettison switch. No, that's not what I want. Flight control. Go to controls, check stick. Weapon selector nub on the left side of the stick in the game. Ah. It is not letting me click on that, so I think I need to press it as a button. Let's see.
The spook link is too...
We're hit.
Heavy damage. Eject.
Man, this is with the unrealistic flight model. You could just snap your wings just like that. Select guns. It should be this little Devo hat thing. So I wish there was like a retry missions button there. Fly again. All right. Weird how I can sometimes manipulate the switch behind the guard. Alright, master arm on. Alright, I got tone. Okay, can launch a missile.
Now missile missed.
Hold trigger 3 seconds. I'm like, keeps going past the gun. Alright, here we go. We're on guns. Yeah! We have guns. I am not going to be able to hit anything with guns. It's like hard enough to hit things with guns in Ace Combat. That is not happening in this. Anyway, let's attack these poor unsuspecting fools. How long can I shoot before I run out of ammo? I am at low fire rate mode. Oh, there it goes. There's all my ammo. Take that. Low fire mode. More ammo. Yeah, more ammo than you were expecting. Yeah, probably because it's slow fire mode, which, like, I don't know. And that was all my missiles. Not very many missiles on this thing. I can do weapons training and it starts in the air. I guess, yeah, maybe we should do that. That's not a bad idea. Air to air, guns, guns, guns. It should carry 6 plus a gun normally. Alright. Air to air employment of the M61 20mm cannon.
Welcome, pilot. In this lesson, you will learn how to use the gun on the Tomcat in the air-to-air mode. The F-14 has a single M61 20mm gun mounted on the left side of the fuselage with 676 rounds of ammunition. However, for the purpose of training, you have been given unlimited ammunition. The gun can be fired with get ready rates, either 4,000 or 6,000 rounds per minute, selectable via the gun rate button on the ACM panel. You have a single target drone in front of you.
All right.
First, set master arm on by opening the cover and setting the switch to on.
All right.
The display mode, air to air. Select the gun by pressing the weapon.
Shoot him! Shoot him! On our 12 sharp.
You should see the symbology for the gun and G6 on the armament legend at the bottom of the HUD. The G indicates the gun is selected, and the 6 indicates the remaining ammunition in hundreds of rounds. The pipper will indicate the fall of shot at 1,000 feet distance, and the diamond at 2,000 feet distance. By default, the gun sight is uncaged. It can be caged by pressing the Cage Scene button if desired. If you want to use the radar to track...
He's on our 12. Ain't gonna get better than that. Closing.
Cross over the target. Press the PLM button on the throttle to attempt to use PLM mode. The WCS will attempt to track a target within 5 miles in a small circular area around the ADL cross. Once locked, the
PLM mode.
Or near the target. The pipper will then indicate the impact point at the current target range. All you need to do is place the pipper over the target and squeeze the trigger. Press spacebar.
Looking good. We're on a 6. Closing. On a 6. You got this. Closing.
I don't know if I've activated PLM mode.
He's right in front of us. Closing. He's on our 12. Ain't gonna get better than that. Closing.
2 of them.
Watch it, man. We're going ballistic.
Going ballistic.
He's all yours. We're on a 6. Closing.
We're like really far away from them, but
11 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Keep it up. We're on a...
oh god.
We've got some hits. Looking good. Now take him out. Closing. 8.
All right, I am repeatedly losing consciousness.
5 o'clock.
Turn on PAL mode.
5 o'clock.
All right, I need to like slow down or something. I don't know how fast we were going that we'd be having so much trouble missing a wing. Oh, okay. That'll do it. This is really in game mode. Headed for the ground. Yeah, didn't really have control of the plane there. F3. Here's what a pristine F-14 looks like.
In this lesson, you will learn how to use the gun on the Tomcat in the air-to-air mode. The F-14 has a single M61 20mm gun mounted on the left side of the fuselage with 676 rounds of ammunition. However, for the purpose of training, you have been given unlimited ammunition. The gun can be fired with 2 firing rates.
Let's do this.
Either 4,000 or 6,000 rounds per minute, selectable via the gun rate button.
Okay, so how do I get that?
Panel.
Okay,
You have a
PAL.
target drone in front of you.
PAL is what I want, right?
There are bandits. IL-76. 12 o'clock. 11 miles.
First, set master arm on by opening the cover and setting the switch to on. Select the display mode, air to air. Select the gun by pressing the weapon selector switch on the stick up once. You should see the symbology
Right in front of us. We're on a 6.
armament legend at the bottom of the HUD. The G indicates the gun is selected, and the 6 indicates the remaining ammunition in hundreds of rounds. The pipper will indicate the fall of shot at 1,000 feet distance, and the diamond at 2,000 feet distance. By default, the gun sight is uncaged. It can be caged.
You have them now. Closing. We're on a 6. Shiny and chrome. Closing.
The radar's tracking computer firing solution. Place the ADL cross over the target. Press the PLM button on the throttle to attempt to use PLM mode. The WCS will attempt to track a target within 5 miles in a small circular area.
We're on a 6. Closing.
Okay, I think
Closing.
I'm like way too far from them, right? I gotta be.
The pipper will then indicate the
You have them now. Closing. We're on a 6. Nice job. Closing.
Place the pipper over the target and squeeze the trigger.
He's dead ahead, man. Closing.
All right.
You got this. Shoot him.
Damn it.
Closing. You got this. Shoot him. Closing. He's going to our 6, man. We're very fast.
Very fast.
Took a hit. He's behind us. Shake him.
All right.
Shit, get rid of him. He's right behind us.
Let's
Left wing's damaged.
where are we here?
11 o'clock high.
Yep, we lost both the wings. All right, I was going way too fast there. I think was the problem.
3 o'clock high. 7 o'clock high. 5 o'clock high.
Let's get a nice view of us as we go down here.
5 o'clock
I keep
high.
losing my
6
wings.
o'clock high. Right wing is damaged. 7 o'clock high. 5 o'clock high.
All right, come on. Waiting for the moment of truth here. Eject. Oh, you actually see the parachute there. They did try to eject. Control E 3 times to eject. Huh. I see a plane. Want to be nose to ass to use guns. Yeah. But you do have to be really close. So.
Welcome, pilot. In this lesson, you will learn how to use the gun on the Tomcat in the air-to-air mode. The F-14 has a single M61 20mm gun mounted on the left.
Okay, we're on.
With 676 rounds of ammunition. However, for the purpose of training,
It's just the idea of using guns like with modern planes just seems so impractical. When was the last time somebody actually like successfully shot someone else out of the air in a dogfight? I bet it's been like 30 years. Like it's so insane the idea of actually doing this.
first, set master
He's on our 12. Ain't gonna get better than that. He's right in front
Rio
of us.
pulled it.
select the display mode air-to-air.
I feel like he waited way too long for that.
Select the gun by pressing the weapon selector switch on the stick up once. You should see the symbology for the gun.
We're on a 6. Time to clean him and fry him. Closing. He's right in front of us. Closing.
The gun is selected, and the 6 indicates the remaining ammunition in hundreds of rounds. The pipper will indicate the fall of shot at 1,000 feet distance, and the diamond at 2,000 feet distance. By default, the gun sight is uncaged.
On our 12 sharp. Closing. He's right in front of you. Closing.
If you want to use the radar to track and compute,
We're on a 6. Good job. Closing. Go get him, man. Closing.
press the PLM button on the throttle to attempt to use
On a 6. Time to clean him and fry him.
All right, I think I might actually hit.
Closing.
in a small circular area around the ADL cross.
All right,
He's right there.
I hit him.
Watch it.
I think I killed him, but I got him.
Closing. Way fast, man.
Impact point at the curve.
He's right in front of us. We've been hit.
Been hit.
Left wing's damaged.
Oh, lost the wing again.
Spacebar to unpause.
Damn.
Clock low. 7
I feel like it's all right, let's eject. Is there like a button to yank shoot? Oh no, it went. F-18 is much easier. All right. I don't feel like waiting to touch the ground. I do want to shoot those planes down. Yeah, I feel like that it's sort of ignoring my like simulation, game mode settings for this training mode.
Welcome, pilot. In this lesson, you will learn how to use the gun on the Tomcat in the air-to-air mode. The F-14 has a single M61.
Okay, let's do this. Bandit, IL-76, 12 o'clock, 11 miles.
Ammunition. However, for the purpose of training, you have been given unlimited ammunition. The gun can be fired with two firing rates, either 4 or 6,000 rounds per minute, selectable via the gun rate button on the ACM panel. You have a single target drone in front of you.
F-18 wings don't break. Yeah, I didn't know the F-14 was so fragile.
We're on at 6.
First, set master arm on by opening the cover and setting the switch to on. Select the display mode, air-to-air.
F-18 has a computer that won't allow you to kill yourself, at least not in that specific way.
Closing. He's ours now. Closing.
On the armament legend at the bottom of the HUD. The G indicates the gun is selected, and the 6 indicates the remaining ammunition in hundreds of rounds. The pipper will indicate the fall of shot at 1,000 feet distance, and the diamond at 2,000 feet distance.
On at 6. Come on, show me that pilot shit. Closing. He's all yours. We're on at 6. We're closing.
If you want to use the rate
Keep it up. We're on at 6. Closing. Right smack on her nose, Joe. Closing.
target, press the PLM button on the throttle.
On at 12 sharp. Closing. Get ahead, man. Closing.
Attempt to track a target within 5 miles in a small circular area.
We're on at 6. Closing. On at 6. Come on, show me that pilot shit. Closing. Shit, we've been hit. Oh,
Yeah.
some heavy damage. Time to clean them and fry 'em.
Well, we do have the F-18, right? So let's try that. Let's try the FA-18. Right, yeah, we've got it. We got the FA-18C. So just give me a second here to adjust something. Standing by. FA-18C Hornet. Okay. They're also the super idiot proof FIE or F5E. All right, I also have that, so we can sort of try these things as we go. A supplement to the manual will provide a hands-on means of learning the aircraft. Well, what's the introduction? Let's introduce ourselves. We introduced ourselves to the F-14, so let's get introduced to the F-18. All right. Open DTC. What's DTC? Oops. Clicked the wrong thing there. All right, this is like, I guess this is like the flight computer. Anyway. Why are you so quiet? Oh my god. Where's like where's like dialogue volume? All right, we've gone deaf. Basic laws of flying an aircraft. It's weird how the training modules are like totally different between these. Apparently, have the aircraft paused. And now it's like a different guy. Alright, so heading 240, I think. Alright, so left box is speed, right box is altitude. Oh, it's like an actual flight instructor or, you know, pilot who's like making these modules, and there's different people for each one. All right. What is that beeping trying to tell me? It's bugging me. Stop it. Alright, I actually need to change something here for the throttle. Clear. Alright, there we go. Alright, it seems like it does seem like a friendlier aircraft. Oh no. I think by changing the controls I broke everything. That happened before also. Alright, let's just fly again, it should work. Alright, come on. Let me press space. Like a Mario game noise. Okay, so on the radar it does not show you elevation, it shows you like they're far away. Well, it's more like a top-down view, right?
For basic flight maneuvers, your most important instrument will be the heads-up display, or HUD. The HUD
Oh, it's gonna make me sit through the whole thing.
display projected information. The HUD is located between the top of the instrument panel.
Yeah, I feel like I gotta like work my way up to this game.
Horizontally along the top of the HUD,
You know, I gotta play flight sims throughout the ages, starting with a strike commander, and like work my way up to Falcon 4.0, starting with like Falcon 3.0, and then finally we make it to this, and I'll be ready to play this.
in the center of the HUD is the pitch ladder that indicates your
Flight sim rewind.
pitch angle to the horizon. In the center of the pitch ladder is the velocity vector. That, when uncaged, shows the flight vector of your aircraft when it's not flashing. In other words, you will fly to the point your velocity vector is on, unless it is flashing. Along the left side of the HUD is the data block of 4 values.
IL-2 might be a good start.
Below that is your airspeed as
You
modeled.
went from War Thunder to IL-2 to TCS.
And at the bottom,
At Flight Cadet rewind.
along the bottom of the HUD is a bank angle indicator. Press spacebar to continue. There are 3 primary controls that you will use to fly.
All right.
Control stick, throttles, and rudder flaps. The control stick controls
All right.
pitch and roll.
If I manage to shoot down a plane,
To lower and raise the nose.
even in training, if I manage to shoot down a single enemy, or just a single other plane, I will consider it a victory for the night.
Push the stick to the left or right. For rolling the aircraft and then pulling back on the stick, you turn the aircraft. To control thrust, use the left and right engine.
Start with pilot wings and work my way up from there.
The after wings are selected. While these provide great thrust, they also consume fuel quickly. To move the nose
It was on fire, but it looked like it was still flying.
use left and right rudder flaps.
Tutorial has me paused. Yeah.
Pedals to steer the aircraft when you taxi.
But it won't let me like spacebar past these until he finishes talking.
Ahead of you is a series of gates that will
Series of
fly
gates.
a few things to keep in mind. First, try to keep your airspeed between 250
250 and 400 knots.
Second, be careful to not over-control the aircraft with large, rapid
All right, don't oversteer.
use smooth control. Third, fly the aircraft to place the velocity vector on the HUD. in
All
the
right,
center.
velocity vector in the center of the gate.
Fourth, the faster you are, the wider your turns will be. Avoid getting too fast, so you can make the turn to the next gate. Press spacebar when you are ready to start.
All right, so I want to be between 250 and 400 knots.
While we strongly recommend the joystick, you can also fly with the keyboard, which is pitch, up and down arrows, roll, left and right arrows, thrust, page up and page down, yaw, X and Y.
These are some narrow gates. Oh yeah, the rudder on this thing actually works. Alright. Gonna have to like actually make a real turn here. It turns out the F-14 just kind of sucks. Alright, I'm making it. Focus. But, It is like so much easier to fly this thing. It's kind of crazy. There could be like such a big difference because I guess, you know, it's got the computer and like a less complicated design with the wings. Like the swing wings are like this cool advantage in like, you know, Ace Combat or whatever. They just give you more stability automatically. My airspeed is too low. Didn't notice. Okay. Keep my speed up. Right. Yeah, I can't. It's kind of hard for me to. Oh, I'm going too fast now. Kind of hard for me to check chat and do this at the same time. Like, I really gotta focus. Miss it. Yeah, don't oversteer.
There are several view options to view the world outside the cockpit. External of your aircraft and other aircraft, F2. Flyby of your aircraft, F3. Return to the cockpit, F1.
Okay. Game has games within it. Yeah, like there's like some modules are like a helicopter. Like that's something completely different. And there are like, you know, different campaigns you could do.
You can also move your view to other entities in this lesson. Other aircraft.
All right, I feel a lot more confident in this thing than I did in the F-14. Like, you know, I am actually doing the, you know, what it asks of me here. You know, unlike in Space Sims, there's actually a bit of challenge to this, to flying through the gates. Superman 64 did it first. Wonder what the first game to have you fly through rings was. Maybe Pilot Wings? I mean, there was probably some like Atari game, like Atari 2600 game that had you fly through extremely pixelated rings. A lot of these gates, don't oversteer. F-18 is the #1 starter aircraft. Yeah, I think this like instructor is like way better. And then, you know, the plane itself is way more forgiving. See, I feel like a real dad now. I'm doing it. I'm making it happen. Altitude? What do you mean? Pretty high up. A little fast now. The radar altimeter. Alright. Doing it. Flying through those rings. There's a lot of rings. I don't know. I feel like maybe there's too many rings. Our instructor hasn't said anything in quite a while now. Wants to tell me about the map. I don't know if I'll still be like flying in real time if I bring up that map. It is nice to have like a functional rudder. What's the plane that, like, most of the U.S. Air Force actually uses? Isn't it like the F-15? F-16 and F-15, yeah. Funny, they spent all that money on those like super advanced super planes, and then most of the actual work gets done by planes for what, the 80s and the 90s. They cost a fraction of the price. Come on.
This concludes this lesson. You can keep flying or press escape to end this lesson.
Alright, ramming speed. Alright. Press escape to end it. Okay, I guess you just quit. So the game doesn't really like care whether you complete it or not, I suppose. It's about you know, whether you learn something or not. Alright, cold start. You'll find yourself in a cold and dark aircraft that you will need to bring to life. While this can be a rather long process as described in the manual, you can also enable the auto start function. However, for this lesson, we'll review the full startup procedure. Yeah, we'll maybe go back to that later. Let's learn how to shoot a gun. Too close for missiles, the gun is a great option in a dogfight. Too close for missiles, switching to guns. Yeah, free to skip it for now. Yeah, let's I want to shoot I want to shoot a plane down. All right.
To start, let's first get the AA gun set up. The easiest way to do this is by simply pressing Nav on the select switch, or press left shift and X. Please do so. With the AA gun selected, note that the master mode was automatically set to AA. The left DDI displays the AA gun format, the HUD is in the gun auto acquisition mode, and the right DDI is in the AA radar page, with air combat maneuvering mode selected. Let's first take a closer look at the AA gun format page on the left DDI. Above the wing form, you see the number of gun rounds remaining, 578, and below that, you see the state of the master arm selection. On the left side of the page, you use the gun round type selection of M50 or PGU-28. You want to make sure that this selection matches what you have loaded on the aircraft. Press the M50 push button to select the individual rounds. In the bottom of the left format are push buttons for high and low gun fire rate. Low fires the gun at 4,000 rounds per minute, and high fires the gun at 6,000 rounds per minute. Select the high option. With no radar locker to target, you will use the lead computing optical sight, also called the funnel. Simply put, with the wingspan entered, you will fly to place the wingtips of the target's aircraft just touching the sides of the funnel. When they are, you have a good firing solution to hit the target. To enter the correct target wingspan, press the UFC pivot.
Okay.
Target aircraft will be a wing 29 with a wingspan of approximately 37 feet. The top option select window is marked WSPM for wingspan. Press the option select button to the left. This will allow us to enter the target wingspan. On the UFC
All right.
keypad, type in 37.
37.
Press enter on the UFC keypad.
UFC keypad. Oh, okay. 37, enter.
With that done, you will now note that the WSPN wingspan indication in the top right portion of the AA gun format page displays 037 to the right. Now let's take a look at the HUD. Currently, you are in the gun auto acquisition mode. This is indicated by the large dashed circle on the HUD. Also, note that the selected weapon of the gun indicated near the bottom center of the HUD, and the number of rounds remaining below it. To lock up a target, simply fly and place your target only 5 miles inside the dashed circle. Until you have the target locked in, you can use the gun funnel. In addition to the gun auto acquisition mode, you also have the bore sight VSC, vertical VACQ, and wide WACQ air combat maneuvering PCM modes. But we will talk about those in a separate lesson. When you are ready, press spacebar and I will unpause the lesson.
MFD screens come on and react. All right.
Ahead of you are 2 drone wing 29. Place them within the dashed circle in the HUD and lock them in the key. Upon doing so, you now have some new information on the HUD for a locked target. You have your VC closure, velocity and target range below on the right side of the HUD. The locked target has a target designation box or diamond ring, and an aiming reticle with a pivot. Along the outside of the aiming reticle is a line that indicates maximum the pipper in the center of the thread, pull the trigger on the target. When the pipper is over the target and within range, a shoot cue will appear. To unlock the target, press the
I think I just ran out of ammo. It did not give me infinite ammo.
Now splash the second drone.
Yep, guns out of ammo. I kind of have to restart the mission. I think I did actually shoot a drone down, though. So that's something. I think I'll stick to low firing rate. There are more campaigns that might be unavailable to play nowadays. F-18 super new friendly. Yeah, definitely way more friendly than the F-14.
To start, let's first get the AA gun set up. The easiest way to do this is by simply pressing Tab to weapon select switch, or press left shift and X.
Alright.
Do so. With the AA gun selected, note that the master mode was automatically set to AA. The left DVI displays the AA gun format. The HUD is in the gun auto acquisition mode, and the right DVI is in the AA radar page with air combat maneuvering mode selected. Let's first take a closer look at the AA gun format page on the left DVI. Above the wing format, you see the number of gun rounds remaining to fire in the game, and below that, you see the state of the master officer. On the left side of the page, you have the gun round type selection of M50 or PGU-28. You want to make sure that this selection matches what you have loaded on the aircraft. Press the M50 push button to select the M50 round. In the bottom of the left format are push buttons for high and low gun fire. Low fires the gun.
It's weird because it starts on high and he says select the high, but if you click it, it switches to low. But actually, I want low.
With no radar locking the target, you will use the lead computing optical sight, also called the funnel. Simply put, with the wingspan entered, you will fly to place the wingtips of the target's aircraft just touching the sides of it. When they are, you have a good firing solution to hit the target. To enter the correct target wingspan, press the UFC push button.
I'd have to work up to the F-14, yeah.
Our target aircraft will be a MiG-29 with a wingspan of approximately 37 feet. The top option selected window is marked WSPN wingspan. Press the option select button to the left. This will allow us to enter the target wingspan. On the UFC keypad, type in 37 and press enter on the UFC keypad. Press spacebar when done. With that done, you will now note that the WSPN wingspan indication in the top right portion of the AA gun format page displays 037 to the right. Now let's take a look at the HUD.
Like down there.
The gun auto acquisition mode. This is indicated by the large dashed circle.
Ammo count in the center.
Also note that the selected weapon gun indicated near the bottom center of the HUD, and the number of rounds remaining below it. To lock up the target, simply fly and place your target within 5 miles inside the dash circle. Until you have the target locked, you can use the gun funnel. In addition to the gun auto acquisition, you also have the bore sight.
It seems like planes can take a lot of machine gun bullets before they
Air combat
stop flying in this game.
but we will talk about those in a separate
Or how many bullets it takes to down a plane in real life. I mean, I guess it's just like how many bullets it takes to down a person. It's like it can vary wildly.
Ahead of you are two drone MiG-29s.
Alright, got that one. I did it. I downed a plane. What do you mean? You said that was a drone. There was... Wait a minute. I saw a parachute.
Good job. Now splash second. Splash 2. Great job.
Last two. Alright. Got both of them. Like, this guy, I don't know, this is some kind of weird psyop going on. They're trying to, like, desensitize me to killing. He told me those were drones. You told me those were drones, Sarge! I'm a murderer! Probably doesn't take many, depends on where you hit. But yeah, I should tap the trigger. Yeah. Alright. The robots, Morty. Alright, let's check out missiles.
In this lesson, we'll learn about how to use the A9L and N versions of the bendable sidewinder short-range infrared guided air-to-air missile. Using a cooled infrared signal, the sidewinder locks onto a pocket with its target, goes off into the engines. Best used in close-range dogfights, the sidewinder can fire and forget after launch. However, the sidewinder can be decoyed by flares and is less effective against the ground weapon. Today we're looking at the L and M versions. The A9L, or lead,
Yes, I won't let them change me.
and will converse all aspects of the sidewinder, meaning it can give a lock on target at any aspect angle. However, a rear aspect provides much better protection. The Mine, or A9M, is an improved version of the Leader with better fuel retention and reduced surge. In a later lesson, we'll take a look at the A9X and the joint mounted shields. The sidewinder can be used on both oversight mode and slave through a radar lock target. I currently have the lesson paused as we discuss some of these.
Okay.
To select the sidewinder, press down on the weapon select switch or press the left shift and S. Do this now.
Alright.
When selected for any target along the radar, the sidewinder will be near center. This is indicated by the single red icon that indicates the seatbelt on the side. Below on the HUD, you'll notice the name of the weapon, 9M.
Alright, 9M, I got 4 of them. Press the cage, uncage button on your throttle. Where is that? Cage, uncage. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Let's just turn that off for now. It is very annoying.
The selected station includes an SCL for selecting below it. To cycle through A9 stations, press the A9 select switch on the weapon select switch, or press left shift S. This allows you
9L and M. Okay. So, what's the aim 9 select switch on the weapon select switch? What is that? I don't know where that is. Aim 9 sidewinders or heat seekers. I don't know where the button to switch between the M's and L's is. It's supposed to be on my stick, right? Probably on the throttle. Campaign that's 6 missions long. Well, we got to learn to fly the planes before we do anything like that. I definitely gonna want to try to do at least one actual mission before the end of this, but we'll probably only get to do one. It's weird. Let's see. We go to adjust controls. As long as we don't actually adjust the controls, it should not break everything. No, I don't know what any of these are. ECS panel. This is why modern joysticks have 32 buttons and 5 POV hats. Weapon select switch is the one on the left. Well, like that's weapon select, but that's like different from the what he's talking about with like switching between the M's and the L's, right? There's like a different button. Weapon release button. Select sidewinder. Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. Left shift S. Left shift. Oh, you mean like in the select Sidewinder? Yeah, but that's not like I can select a Sidewinder, but that's not like switching between the like what does he call it? What does he say? It's just like the press left shift S. Oh, I mean, yeah, he is saying that. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's doing it. All right. Okay, I see. All right. So it is that button. All right.
You now have two MiG-29 drone targets ahead of you. Fly to place the reticle over one of them until you hear a higher pitched rocket sound. You can either launch an AIM-9 now by pressing the trigger on the stick or spacebar on the keyboard, or initiate a self-track by pressing the case or uncase button on the throttle. Once self-tracking, launch an AIM-9. It may take more than one to bring down the
Why isn't it like targeting them? Am I too far? There's no way I'm too far. Yeah, I'm like right behind them. I need to slow down now. Come on, fly past me. Getting gun range. This is a short range missile. Oh, I see. I overtook him. But you gotta get in so close. That's crazy. That is not how missiles are depicted. Like Sidewinders are depicted in, you know, most flight sims. Definitely not in Ace Combat. Did I have tone? I mean, I was like pulling the trigger and it wasn't firing. I lost track of the MiGs. I need to restart the training because I just like completely lost them. Yeah, we gotta restart. Power, push down, yeah. Have to hold the trigger. Oh, there's this 3-second safety. Oh, okay. I don't think he mentioned that.
In this lesson, we'll learn about how to use the AIM-9L and M versions of the Ventral Sidewinder short-range infrared air-to-air missile. Using a cool infrared signal, the Sidewinder oscillates high.
All right. And don't forget to say Fox 2 when you do. Gonna go fast this time. Yeah, I spent a long time just confused about like, okay, you just have to press the weapon switch button twice. All right, let's switch off of it because that's annoying. So it's not gonna like lock on the HUD or anything. It's just when I hear it go, that's when I can shoot. Is the idea that I'm getting from this? Because that, yeah, that is not how it works in, I guess, less realistic flight sims. IR will easily jump targets. Huh. I remember that was like a mechanic in Wing Commander. Like, heat-seeking missiles could, you know, you could only fire them from behind, which, okay, that's another thing. Like, can you fire a heat seeker in real life from the front? Because some games you can only fire them from behind. Other games will just let you lock on whenever. That's kind of a thing that I've been interested to know. Like in a lot of games, missiles kind of suck, but specifically in the Energy Air Force series, missiles are like OP, kind of. Their tracking is like insanely good, and that's why I think that those games kind of suck, is that like it is nearly impossible to evade a missile in that game, and it goes both ways, both for you and the AI. So I always wondered what was more realistic, is for like missiles to suck like they do in Ace Combat and in most flight sims, it seems, or for them to be like really good at tracking you. New AIM 9 are all aspect, old rear only. I see. Well, now I actually am getting feedback from the HUD. Oh well, I got him. It's probably, it seems like it's more forgiving than the HUD suggests. We will use a radar slave track for that one. To lock up the second drone on radar, press up on the sensor. Oh, whoops. Well, press up on the sensor select switch, or press right alt. This will place the radar at air combat maneuvering mode. Sensor select. Alright, so like this thing. I think it's not gonna let me do that. I think I have like soft locked the tutorial there. Whoops. I've been awarded a Medal of Bravery. Hey. Slaving an IR will allow the radar to guide it beyond IR range. I dumbfired it. Well, they gave me a medal. Should I restart that and learn how the hell I mean, I'm guessing that's just like, you know, you select targets with that switch. Let's try the AIM 120B. AMRAM. I always wondered what AMRAM stood for, but I never cared enough to actually look it up. I guess it's advanced something. Advanced medium range air-to-air missile.
In this lesson, we'll explore deployment of the Advanced Medium Range Air-to-Air Missile, or AMRAAM. The AMRAAM replaced the older AIM-7 Sparrow with improved range, guidance, weight, and an embedded radar seeker in the nose cone. This allows the AMRAAM to guide on target without support from the host aircraft as the missile closes with the target. This in turn allows the launch aircraft to maneuver without loss of missile guidance of the target. The AMRAAM can be cued to target with a radar, or it can be launched at a close range just using the missile seeker. Deliveries of the AIM-120B began in 1994 and replaced the AIM-120B. The AIM-120C was fielded in 1996 and has clipped wings to support internal storage, improved target detection, and greater range. As with all air-to-air missiles, engagement range is highly dependent on engagement aspect, launch altitude, and launch speed. much greater launch distances at 30,000 feet on opposing target than 5,000 feet on a receiving target. I currently have
Stay on target. Stay on target. Are we ever going to do a mission? We will do at least one mission.
Switch or press left shift and D to do this now.
Right.
Let's first take a look at the AMRAAM format page on the left DDI. In the top left corner of the DDI, at push button 6, is the size selection. By pressing on the push button, you have selections to set weapon fusing size to small, medium, and large size targets.
Alright.
We'll be shooting down some drone MiG-29s, so select small. To the right of the size selection is the radar cross-section or RCS selection. Upon pressing this push button, you have options to set the expected radar cross-section of the target between small, medium, and large.
Okay.
Go ahead and set it to small. Along the right side of the DDI at push button 13 is the step push button. Successive presses cycle the selected AIM-120 stations. You can see AIM-120 loading on the wing point with AB for AIM-120B and AC for AIM-120C. The selected rail stations include the SEL indicator and dual rail stations with indications for right and left rail on the station.
Okay.
Press spacebar to continue.
Probably don't need to mess with that.
We also set the radar on the right DDI to the AIM-120 default setting. These include a range scale of 40 miles, a 2-bar scan, an azimuth of 140 degrees, and an interleaved VRF. Let's keep these as is. Press spacebar to continue.
Yeah, let's keep these as is.
The large dashed circle is the most obvious indication of AMRAAM selection. This indicates the steeper field of view if launched with no radar.
But I mean,
launch.
you get that large dash circle for guns too.
The AMRAAM will lock on to intercept the first target it detects within the dashed reticle area, out to 10 miles. Below the dashed reticle is the designation for the selected weapon, AB for AIM-120B, AC for AIM-120C. Below that is a visual indication, meaning there is no radar lock, and if launched now, the missile will be in Mad Dog mode.
Mad Dog mode.
And all apps and
Wow, I like that these missiles have a Mad Dog mode.
On the right DDI radar page, we see a target, or called a hit, on the radar. Let's lock it up by moving the throttle designator controller, or TDC, over it and locking it up. We do this by using the TDC switch on the throttle, or by pressing period, comma, backslash, and semicolon to slew it. Once the two vertical bars of the TDC are over the hit, press down on the TDC switch, or press the enter button.
Okay.
Once the target is locked, press spacebar to continue.
EDC switch on the throttle. Not doing anything. Would have thought it would be this, but so it's or maybe I need to no. Press down on the TD switch or press the enter button. Alright, enter is not doing anything. Guns equals no Fox given. Well, when you're shooting guns, you say guns, 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 or rifle, I think. Okay. Period, comma, backslash. These aren't. These aren't doing anything. I'm gonna hit spacebar.
With the target locked up, some new information is now available on the HUD. On the HUD is a large, solid circle that acts as both the AIM-120 lawful steering error circle and as the normalized in-range display or nerd circle.
Nerd circle.
Dot inside the circle to give the missile the best chance of reaching the target. Along the outside of the circle are 3 triangle nerd indications.
Well, when do you say rifle?
At 6 o'clock position is the missile
Do single player campaign first before going to the war campaign, yeah.
From it is the no escape range, also
Well,
RN.
I don't know what went wrong. It wouldn't let me lock up the target.
The target could change course and the missile would still have the energy to reach the target. The third indication, near the 2 o'clock position of the third circle, is the missile's minimum range, called RMIN. The line inscribing the circle indicates target range, and you want this between RMAX and RMIN to launch the missile. Also on the HUD is a box or diamond that indicates the line of sight to the locked target. The box indicates a friendly target, and a diamond indicates it as a hostile target. If you see a large X across the HUD and radar display, the range to the target is less than the minimum range indication. When the target is between RMAX and RMIN,
Rifle is for air-to-ground missiles? Oh, okay.
and weapon is armed, the shoot cue will appear, and you can launch the missile by pulling the trigger of the stick or by pressing the spacebar. When between RNE and RMIN, the shoot indication will flash. Press spacebar to continue. Along the right side of the HUD are 3 lines of information. The top line is an indication of closure velocity, V sub C, and below that is target range in miles. Further down on the right side of the HUD is the timer field. When the locked target is outside the range of the 8120 radar seeker, the value will display the time from missile launch at which the AMRAAM seeker will turn on and look down the target. This is shown as the time in seconds and then ACT. Once the range of the seeker in the AMRAAM is less than approximately 10 miles, the time changes to time to go until the missile impacts the target. This is displayed as remaining time and then TTG. The ACT and TTG will be in reference to the last aim when
U.S. military only uses 4 missiles.
15 miles, launch an AMRAAM by pressing and holding the trigger. If the first does not succeed, try again.
Alright. You gonna let me loose? Oh, I see what... Well... I don't know why the, it's not letting me lock up the target. I can't lock it up. Like the buttons that are supposed to control the like thing to lock up the targets are just like they're not doing anything. The arm switch? No. Yeah, it won't let me like actually turn plane. Oh. Did let me launch the missile. Well, I don't know what went wrong there. It just wouldn't let me like control the like you know, targeting thing. Asking for the bore sight button. Well, I mean, I pressed even the buttons on the keyboard that it asked for, and they just weren't doing anything. It was weird. Like let's go to like instant action, and let's just see if I can lock something up. Making first step. Oh wait, is this F14? I think I just loaded an F14 thing. Whoops. Well, now we're gonna have to wait for this load time, and I'm gonna have to quit out. You can use a lot of these missiles to hit a target 12 or so miles away. Yep, that's F14. Let's get out of here. Right, instant action, F18. Weapons practice. 120 should be good out to like 40 miles. 3 target arrays. Each with a different target type. Waypoint 1 with blue smoke is trucks. Waypoint 2 with... Oh wait, this is all ground targets. I haven't even learned how to do ground targets. Instant action. A MiG of some kind. Phoenix could reach out about 140 miles. That's a bit of a range. 1 MiG is off your nose at co-altitude. The enemy aircraft is set to a random skill level. Hopefully we didn't get a base. Oh well, we didn't get any AMRAAMs. Where is this guy? I lost him. Oh, there he is. He's trying to get me with guns. Oh, I am like stalling here. It's the 5th gen fighter, oh my god. I like was basically standing still in the air there. Flying at spy balloon speeds. I wonder why that the buttons for controlling that. Maybe I need to change them. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to shoot this guy down though. He's like actively trying to get behind me. Flares for IR missiles. Oh, there he is. Like, okay, if I go to adjust controls, POTUS, and then, no. Radar missile will cause your radar warning receiver to give you warning missile coming. Oh, wait, this controls it. Maybe that was the problem. It was like, it's like mapped to this analog stick, so maybe it was like ignoring, you know, keyboard commands. Anyway, yeah, I can see how having the track IR, you know, it's not useful in most space sims because most space sims give you a really shitty cockpit that you can't really see out of on both sides, but like I can see how it might be useful in a real aircraft. Oh, I think he got me. Yep, he got me. Losing power. Hey. It's the salute button. There's a salute button. Modifier. Aw, I can't do it in here. Well, he got me. There's something wrong with my throttle. Maneuvering aggressively, I still seem to end up below 200 knots easily. I don't know. It's weird. I had it maxed. Like I pushed it all the way to the end. There could be something wrong with my throttle. I wouldn't know. Let's try that missile training again. One more time. And then we'll try a mission. Check my axis binds. Yeah, well, I mean, the throttle was working. Maybe there's like a separate afterburner button.
The advanced medium-range air missile, or AMRAAM. The AMRAAM replaced the older AIM-7 Sparrow with improved range, guidance, weight, and an invented range.
Alright, so it's this thing, I'm pretty sure.
This allows the AMRAAM to guide on target without support from the host aircraft, as the missile poses to the target. This in turn allows the launch aircraft to maneuver.
Like there's gotta be a better way to control this. I don't like this at all.
Deliveries of the AIM-120B began in 1994 and replaced the AIM-120B. The AIM-120C was fielded in 1996 and has equipped wings to support internal storage.
It might be double bound. Let's take a look. Whoops. Throttle. I guess it would be in HOTUS, right? I guess I'll throttle. Okay. Actually, what if I axis assign? Throttle designator controller. Top left, drop down, select axis. Axes are separate. Throttle's friction adjusting layer. Move my axis and I'll see it on that screen. Oh, there it is. Thrust. Yeah, it does seem to be working. Look at that. Yeah, it's working.
Greater range. As with all air-to-air missiles, engagement range is highly dependent on engagement aspect, launch altitude, and launch speed. You will see much greater launch distances at 30,000 feet on opposing target than 5,000 feet on receding target. I currently have the lesson paused. To select the AMRAAM, press right.
Yeah, look at that.
Select switch, or press left shift and D. Let's first take a look at the AMRAAM.
Did I deploy the speed brake by mistake? I mean, it's possible.
DDI and push
Huh. It's entirely possible that I accidentally deployed air brakes or something.
We'll be shooting down some drone MiG-29s, so select the small one. To the right of the size selection is the radar cross-section or RCS selection. Upon pressing this push button, you have options to set the expected radar cross-section to target between small, medium, and large. Go ahead and set it to small. Along the right side of the DDI, push button 13 is the step push button. Successive presses cycle the selected AIM-120 station. You can see AIM-120 loading on the wing with AB for AIM-120B and AC for AIM-120C. The selected rail stations include the SCR indicator and dual rail stations with indications
All right.
right and left rail on the station. Press spacebar to continue. When we selected the AIM-120, we also set the radar on the right DDI to the AIM-120 default settings. These include a range scale of 40 miles, a 2-bar scan, an azimuth of 140 degrees, and an interleaved PRF. Let's keep these as is. Press spacebar to continue.
Just keep them as is.
The large dashed circle is the most obvious indication of AMRAAM selection. This indicates the sequence field of view was launched with
Does actually model afterburner gates, but not by default, probably. Bigger word. Can you open the cockpit by accident? Man, what a moment that was.
Designation for the selected weapon. AB
Space CAD learns poorly.
Below that is a visual indication, meaning there is no radar lock, and if launched now, the missile will be in Mad Dog mode. Press spacebar and I'll add some drone images.
Alright.
On the right DEI radar page, we see a target, or called hit on the radar. Let's lock it up by moving the throttle designator controller, or TDC, over it and locking it up. We do this by using the TDC switch on the throttle, or by pressing period, comma, backslash, and semicolon to slow it. Once the two vertical bars of the TDC are over the hit, press down on the TDC switch, or press the enter button. Once the target is locked, press spacebar to continue.
Target is not locking. EDC depress. It's this thing on the right here, right? Oh, there we go. I need to go below it for some reason. Alright, now it's locked.
With the target locked up, some new information is now available on the HUD. On the HUD is a large, solid circle that acts as the code of the AIM-120 model.
Left Control C opens and closes the cockpit.
In-range display or nerd circle. Slide to keep the small steering dock
You're
inside
gonna tell me about nerds.
best chance of reaching the target. Along the outside of the
Did you just say nerd?
The one at 6 o'clock position is the missile maximum range, also called RMAX. Counterclockwise from it is the no
No.
escape range, also called
Yeah, once I'm done with this, I am definitely going to open the cockpit
the target could change course and the missile would still have
when he tells me I can quit.
the third indication near the 2 o'clock position on the curve circle is the missile minimum range called RMIN. The line describing the circle indicates target range, and you want this between RMAX and RMIN.
Oh, look at this thing up here that says lock, shoot. This is probably the most difficult sim ever made. Yeah.
You see a large X across the HUD and radar display. Your range to the target is less
It kind of gives me a new appreciation of like how hard it is to actually be a pilot.
than is inside the ASM circle.
Like it's not just like,
View will appear.
you know, having like a feel for it. You gotta know all this shit.
When between RNE and RMIN, the shoot indication is flash. Press spacebar to continue. Along the right side of the HUD are 3 lines of information. The top line is an indication of closure velocity, V sub C, and below that is target range in miles. Further down on the right side of the HUD
Yeah, and how player-friendly space sims are, which, like, yeah,
Once the range of the Seeker in the
they're
ambulance is less than approximately 10 miles,
video games, you know, made to be mass entertainment.
this is displayed as remaining
They're
and then TTG.
even the most complicated one, like what was that game? In the Black? That was downright friendly compared to this.
If the first does not succeed, try again.
15 miles. All right, we're at 12 miles, right? So I think it's going. Lost.
Splash line. Go ahead and lock up the target flying towards you and press spacebar. Don't engage it. If you don't see one on the radar, press the up arrow on the radar to increase its display range.
I see 3 targets. Well, it said lost, but it actually hit the target. What is this? Increase range. Oh, yeah. With my friends, I do not have any friends who play this game. You know, like in my personal life. Is that not the target? Really wants to target that one on the left. It is a target, yeah. Press up arrow key to extend the radar. That's another target. No. Not that one. pressing the heck out of that button. I've clicked it many times. Like, just press that button. I mean, I am pressing the hell out of that button. Right, MDI PB11. I don't know. I'm trying to follow the instructions here. They just say lock up the next target flying towards you and hit spacebar.
Take a look at the air-to-air radar format on the right DVI. You'll note that much of the information on the HUD is duplicated there and includes an ASC circle, shoot cue, steering dot, and range indication as along the azimuthal steering line to the target. The locked target has the intended azimuth line running through it and has its speed and walk to the left and its altitude to the right. The RMAX, RNE, and RMIN are displayed along the intended azimuth line. When the AMRAAM is launched, a triangular fly-out symbol appears in the azimuth steering line and right on the target. Once the missile seeker is active, an A appears below the fly-out
Yeah, they didn't say to press space.
Press the undesignated button from the stick or press S. Press spacebar to continue. As noted earlier, you can also use the AMRAAM with no radar lock, termed visual lock. Simply fly to place target within 10 miles inside the HUD circle and launch the missile. The AMRAAM will go after the first target.
Huh.
Practice using the AMRAAM for any terminal when you wish to end the
So there's one. I target it. Caution. What did I say? Master caution? Why? In LAR. The radar is a circular screen. Oh, okay. And that's like, alright, based on their radar being on. Lost. Oh, it actually hit. It says lost, but it hit. Alright, let's, what was the button to open the cockpit? Was it like Control Shift C? Control Alt C? It was something C, right? Control C. Doing something. Eh. Left control C. There's a jettison canopy on the rail of the cockpit. Sensor bit. Oh, here it is. Full to jettison. Yeah. You know, let's feel the wind. Breathe in deep. All right. Let's try to do an actual mission. So F-18C. Orbit 1989, Alert 5. Hopefully you don't have to take off. Use RWR if you lose the enemy. Alright. Oh no, we do have to take off. Hopefully we could like do this automatically somehow. Alright, I guess we're going. I guess we're in like the older F-18. Raise gear and flaps. How do I raise gear and flaps? Flaps up. Gear. How do I raise gear? Landing gear. There. Left, right side. Below the jet canopy lever. Leave it on auto, I guess. Press G. Now I'm blinded to the clouds. Check third person. Oh, they're down. Okay, now they're up. Damage is probably done. Alright, this is not like the plane that I was training in. This is like the older version of it, right? It's not giving me the same feedback. It's the same. God, the clouds. You get like above the clouds. Try F2.
Contact bearing 099.45. Contact bearing 098.45.
098.
Contact bearing 097.45. Contact bearing 0.
Well, I'm just gonna try and go towards 099. Alright, well, looks like stuff's going on over there. Varying range, altitude. Oh, that's just the carrier, right? But it's saying 099. I don't see anyone. Compass spinning. Or was he saying like 2? Or should I be looking for bearing 2? I never did the navigation tutorial. Turn to the left to 100. Alright. Oh, these clouds. The compass top center. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm going towards 100. Oh, I see contacts on like the radar thing here. I don't know if that's an enemy that I just locked onto. ZR2 radar, okay. The HUD's kind of like overlapping there. I can't tell what that is. Or jam. Oh, the clouds. Yeah, surely nothing will happen when firing without positive ID. I don't know what that is. Also, I don't know where the hell I am. Oh, here's something. I see an enemy here. Aim 9. Can I hit this guy? It's looking like it's homing in on him. No. He's getting away. Alright, managed to actually lock on to him. But I think I'm too far for missiles. He's low, I'm low. Yeah, lots of contacts. Need the bore sight button and automatically locks anything 10 miles in front of you. Oh, this guy just got hit or something. Okay, actually, what is the bore sight button? Because, yeah, I hate using that thing on the right. Bore sight. Would it be APUFC? BST? It's autopilot. Go to adjust controls. Search for like bore sight. This is the first mission in the Task Force Challenger campaign. Yeah, well, do a POV. So it's using like this like little like analog like a thumbstick basically on the throttle, and I hate it. But I would like to just use the bore sight thing, but I can't find it. I don't know what button it is. Uh hmm. I think it's on HOTAS. All right. Find radar to the POV hat on the joystick. POV on the HOTAS for bore sight. there. So which one is it? Center control switch forward. Or like sensor control switch forward. Okay. I think I know what those are. Never mind. Those are, it's not working. Right shift plus up, or right control plus up. Let's just try that. See what happens. Can I shoot an enemy plane down in combat conditions? I'm going to say probably not, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, I don't know why they don't just have like default layouts for like the, you know, they charge a lot of money for these planes. I feel like they could just have default layouts for like the most popular sticks. It would solve a lot of these problems. Oh, they got me. Well, we'll give it one more shot. Let's eject. Look at me go. Yeah, we'll give it one more shot and then try typing aft in search. I think I found it. Yeah, sensor control switch. It's like control plus up for like forward. Alright. Leaders up. Alright, what about the flaps? Flap auto. That should do it. Alright, they were like bearing 100, right? Like 12 o'clock. What is that in reference to? You? Flap auto. Okay, I see other planes here. Me? Okay, so they're just saying they're in front. It's always me? Okay. I guess they wouldn't be... You don't hear messages meant for other people. The worst Star Wars game I've ever seen. You've ever seen? I can throttle back. Oh yeah, I am getting a bit ahead, aren't I? It is cool that you can like, you know, work the controls and you can like see them move in the cockpit. Mud spike, 11 o'clock. So mud means like on the ground, right? I didn't learn about ground-based weaponry. Or, you know, air-to-ground weapons. Oh, don't worry. We won't need fuel where we're going. If I manage to down a single enemy plane, I will consider that a great victory.
Contact medic 088.45.
088.
Contact medic 087.45. Contact medic 086.45. Blood spike 12 o'clock.
Mud spike 12 o'clock. Yeah. But I could order my wingman to bracket an attack 45 miles. Alright. That's a long way from here. Man, this is disorienting. Alright, there we go. I guess, yeah, we're below the cloud layer. I guess we should be above the clouds, right? Four minutes away. Oh, Mud Spike is an anti-air. You might be giving me a warning. Well, it's time to charge into danger. Not a target. Huh. But he was... I mean, he got... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to arm weapons. Alright, come on. Get him. No. He evaded. Shoot. Alright, come on. I wonder... I only seem to have 2 sidewinders. Probably too far away to actually hit this guy, but Come on. Nope, ran out of ammo. I don't know what these are. Hopefully they're semi-active missiles. But if they're air-to-ground, it's not really going to do much for me. I don't have any AIM-9s. I had 2. He's damaged. Yeah, he's not on my, like, radar. Oh, wait.
Altitude. Altitude.
Lost. Okay. BST mode should do it. That should be in loft. I don't know what that is. Man, they sure are flying really low, huh? Longer range mode for the AIM-7 causes it to fly up before hitting the target. I see. Okay. I was never trained in the AIM-7's operation. Okay. What the hell? I think my own missile, for some reason just like detonated as I launched it. Well. I gotta give it one more try. I want to see if I can get 1 kill. It did say shoot. I was following the on-screen instructions. You cannot, like, the court-martial will find, they will find me not guilty. Getting closer. Alright, flap. Armed guns. Only fire 1 missile at a time. Spike 12 o'clock. Close range combat this time. I mean, if we by some, wheels up. What do you mean? They are up. To rejoin. Well, the missiles are going that way, so I'm just going to follow those. Follow the missiles. They will take me to the promised land. They're firing SAMs. Well, see, those are our SAMs, so... I just gotta go look at where they're going, and that'll be where the enemy is. Yeah, but yeah, what's up with like only 2 AIM-9s? Well, they're going like up, way up there. 342. Mud spike. Huh. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm learning something. You know, I pulled the gear up, put the flaps on auto. I think. Yeah, they're on auto. And, you know, armed the weapons beforehand. I just forgot to fully load me up with missiles here. Hopefully, I mean, I'm going in the direction they said. They said contact 340. And I asked AWACS for vectors. Well, if you know how to do that, let's get under the clouds, I guess. Dealing with MiG-29s and Su-24s. I see some you know, afterburner trails there. Some kind of action is happening over there. Contrails. Afterburner actually usually doesn't leave smoke? Huh, okay. More you know. I feel like I may have gotten lost here. Yeah, they did have a whole training module for navigation. I mean, I guess I'll just follow the contrail. It did take a while, I guess, last time as well. Multiple contrails. And ask AWACS the same way. There was like the A key, wasn't it? But that's not doing anything. How do I activate the radio? F8? Oh. Nope. Alright, well, we're kind of getting close to some kind of action here. I thought it was the A key. Yeah, ask AWACS via radio. Okay, how do I, adjust controls? Radio. Oh, these are like unbound. Unless, there's like menu. Communication menu. It's like a okay. Yeah, that's what it was. It was the backslash key. AWACS. F7. It's not. F7 is not doing it. Panic. F12 exit. Well, probably. Oh yeah, I am in bore site. And I am lost up here. Well, I mean, the contrails are still there. Planes might be out of my scan volume. Okay, so yeah, there's a button to like scan, increase radar range. Increase radar range. Man. At this point, I'm probably so far off course that I'd be better off just restarting. Alright, I'm gonna give it one more shot. I want to, like, find a plane and shoot it down. Flaps, gear, good. Foresight is only for near gun range. Spike 12 o'clock. Wheels up? What do you mean wheels up? They're up. What are you talking about? Rejoin. Rejoin who? Means his wheels are up? Oh, okay. He's like coming. I guess I could like just go try and find that guy and follow him. I mean that's what he was asking for. But what do you mean rejoin? We weren't joined in the first place. One spike 12 o'clock. And he's declaring his intent to rejoin me. Okay. I mean, it does look like all the action's happening over here. Are you two? Yeah, I might be two. I'm probably two. He's ordering me to rejoin. Kind of lost him here. Just try to like scan. Oh, there's someone. Pilot number 23. Do you know where to go? I'm just gonna follow you. I don't know if that's, oh, the Perry. I think that might be like a boat. Oh, it lost too much speed, I think. It's following me now, so we're just flying in a circle. Okay, well.
Contact heading 105.
105.
Contact heading 104. Contact heading 104.
Alright, I think should be able to find somebody now. This is where they were saying like it's, you know, bearings around 100 the last time he actually found an enemy plane. All is based on angle of attack, not speed. Maybe spend more than 2 seconds on the briefing. Yeah. Fair. But I mean, the briefing's just gonna tell me about like navigation stuff that I have no idea how to parse because I haven't done the navigation training. That's my excuse for not bothering with the briefing. Well, it spiked 11 o'clock. There was something on my radar for a minute there. Altitude.
Contact heading
10240. Alright, well, we're on to some. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait for it to say shoot. Well, this guy's much closer. Stand by. Stand by. Did my computer get fried? So I have an external fuel tank. Can I reboot the computer somehow? I still have flight control. Add an external fuel tank. Master arm on. Is it? I think it is. Yeah, It is. Did I get hit? Doesn't look like it. I look pretty intact, but my computer is still off. Can't really do much computerless. Say, can I even shoot a missile? Yes, I can, but I'm kind of flying blind here. Hit the power switch? Where's the power switch? Dispense button. There's a lot of switches on here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find the power switch. Stand by. Dispense. Armed. Manual override handle. What did I do? Lower console near thigh. Near thigh, right side. One of these. Lights test switch, consoles, light dimmer, ejection seat, manual override. Somehow I clicked it. Well, it didn't work. Left generator control switch. Battery switch. Right generator, cabin pressure. PCS borked the Hornet AA radar in their most recent update. Well, unfortunately, I think that's going to have to do it for today. We may return to DCS at some point, but I don't know. I feel like I might have to work up to it, you know? Maybe start with Strike Commander. Yeah. Just waiting for me to fly into the sea while looking for the power switch. Got this. It's scarier than it looks. Yeah. Oh, there's a MiG. There's a MiG. Maybe I could shoot a missile at it. That's... One of these has got to get it, right? Yeah. displays don't recover, switch it back and try the other one. MC2 off to normal. £500. Oh, I think that enemy plane just went into the sea. I don't know if I hit it. It probably wasn't me, but maybe it was me. I had to punch out. Terrain kill. Alright, I'm gonna quit the mission. Let's see. Let's see if it says I got a kill. Score 0. Results 50. Okay, I think it was my wingman who got the kill. Well, it figures. On the left console, yeah. Well, so there is a process for rebooting the computer. Well, I think I fired all my missiles off anyway. Oh, my victories. Alright. Well, that was DCS. I may return to this someday, but not right now. So yeah, that'll be it for today. Happy Father's Day. Hope you, I don't know, got your father something nice. Yeah. But it was an interesting experience. It's you know, there's a lot to it. You gotta read the manual, I guess. I didn't read the manual, for one thing. But yeah. I do kind of like the idea of working up to it, you know, starting with simpler flight sims and like getting all the way back here, and then maybe it'll make more sense to me. And I don't know, maybe doing some off-screen training. But these are long-term goals we're talking about here. 700 pages. Oh my god. There is the encyclopedia, which is not a very good encyclopedia. It doesn't tell you all that much about the planes. Just some stats. FA-18C. FA-18A, I think that's what I was in. Chuck's Guides, F-18. It's because it has photos. But, yeah. Thanks for watching and bearing with me as I bumbled through this. But, yeah. I'll, see you all later. Next time, War Thunder Sim mode. Alright. Good night, everyone.